What is going on, everybody? CG Voodoo here, and today is Tuesday, and yesterday, which was Monday, obviously, was the first day at E3, which basically is just all of the press conferences and companies showing off their first trailers of games and whatnot. And well, this year has been more important and better than any. Well, I shouldn't say that. In a while. It's been better than it has been in a while. And that's because of the intense battle between Microsoft and Sony for their new next-gen consoles. And both had their press conference yesterday. Xbox went first, and then Sony later that night. And this is kind of a big recap of day one, but I think obviously I gotta start out with the biggest storyline, more than likely, of day one, which was the battle between those two. And we'll talk about Xbox first. Xbox came out strong. Unlike in their first reveal, where they kind of focused on the entertainment aspect more than the gaming type. They said this was all about the game, and that's basically what they did. They've really just all talked about the games and the experiences with that, and just an overall first thought. I thought they did a pretty good job. Some people wanted to see them address certain issues and stuff, and I think they're trying. I think they're trying to make it a little bit better on some of these bad issues, like the whole used games and how you can gift it, and how you always have to be online or something like that. And I think people want them to address those issues, but I don't know if they will. I mean, honestly, how inconvenient it is for the consumer. It's probably in a way that helps out the retailer. Well, I shouldn't say the retailer because they're losing used games, but I don't know. I don't know what they're going for there, to tell you the truth. But I'm hoping there's a good reason behind it. So, but all in all, they showed off a lot of games, a lot of good games. Pretty good presentation. I thought it was all right. So that was basically the Xboxes. And later that night was Sony, and I finally kind of sought out their strategy, but at the same time, they started out really slow, in my opinion. I mean, they first come out saying, like, this is a gaming console, not an entertainment system, and then for like the first half hour, all they talk about is entertainment and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, what are you trying to do? And I didn't see all of it. Most of the first half hour I didn't even see, but that's what I heard from Twitter and stuff like that, that they were just talking about that stuff. And I find that interesting that they criticize, but then basically have the exact same thing as Xbox does. I mean, they have all that entertainment, they have all that stuff that links with it. And another little side note. First, another side note is that I'm getting the Xbox One, so I'm gonna try and not be completely biased towards it, but it's just the thing I was. I did played the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, and then I got an Xbox and an Xbox 360, and I think I just like the Xbox. I'm just gonna stick to it. Most of my friends have the Xbox, so why would I go away from that? I mean, it's just, that's just how I'm gonna go. But what I was gonna say as a side note is I'm really happy because they both were talking about how you can record your gameplay on your console, and as well as live stream on Twitch, because Twitch is associated with Xbox and Ustream is associated with PS4. I don't know if they're the same thing. I think they might be, but they're both associated with each of them, so you can live stream while you game, which is awesome. Because I've been trying to figure out how to live stream on mine, and it's just completely laggy and whatnot, so I'm hoping it will be better. So I think that's a pretty cool feature as well for both of them. But what was I saying about... Yeah, PS4. They were slow start. But then they started kicking into it, showed off a couple of games, and my personal... Well, they showed off indie games. Well, I'm going to get to that in a second here. But they were the games they showed off that were like exclusives to them. In my opinion, well, it didn't really affect me because none of those games really appealed to me. That was exclusive to them and stuff like that. The games that were exclusive to Xbox obviously appealed to me and stuff. So that's why another reason why I think them. And now we get down to the details here, and PS4 brought out their executive producer or owner or something, or CEO or something. But he came out and he was taking low shots at Xbox, basically. It was his goal that entire time. He was out there to wrap it up. And, it started out with used games. We're like, yeah, we'll support used games. Oh, yeah, and you don't have to be online for this. And yeah, basically pointing out all the flaws of the Xbox and saying that we don't do that. And the crowd was all cheering, yeah, and all that stuff. I'm like, okay. Once again, I'm trying not to be biased, but it's just unbelievable, these console wars. And then they're like, well, and our price, $399, $100 less than Xbox. And people are like, oh, I just completely knocked out Xbox. It's so much better. And if you actually take time and think about it, I mean, yeah, they both have the same stuff, but PS4 does not come with their motion sensor thing that I think it's like the PlayStation Eye or whatever it is. And it's obviously not the Kinect. So the Kinect comes with the game. The Kinect itself is like $150. So coming in at for $100 is cheaper. Plus it's better. It's going to be better quality than the PS4 in the fact that you can do all this motion sensor stuff, which is $100 more in value. So if you take out the Kinect, both of them would be $400. But since they add the Kinect, it's going to be $500. But I guess for some people who don't really care for the Kinect, would go to that. And my counter to that is, well, in my opinion, the Xbox has better games coming. They have a lot of exclusives. They always get, well, I shouldn't say always, but they mostly get everything first when it comes to games. And they have a lot of great apps and a lot of great stuff. I mean, the Kinect, I haven't been a huge fan of Kinect games, but who knows? I never actually owned it, so when I actually get it, I probably won't play a whole lot of Kinect games, but just having the voice command and motion sensor might be cool. I mean, certain games, you can just talk and it does something, or you can watch TV, and I like the multitask thing. I think that'd be pretty cool. So I think when you add the Kinect and a couple extra things that might be better, it's $100 worth. So I mean, if you're buying a $400 console, then I think you should have enough money to get $500 console, but that's just me. So, oh, another thing was they're taking over the indie games that Xbox is now not getting, and that also, I was going to say that there are three things, in my opinion, that are going to switch people from Xbox to PS4. Price, indie games, used games. I think those are the big three that if people do switch, it's going to be because of those. Not really because of anything else. I think if they're going to switch, it's because of those three things are going to make them switch. But the thing with Xbox is, I don't know if I'm going to see any PlayStation people switch to the Xbox now. Like, I don't know. That's just me. But I'm waiting for somebody to say I'm ditching out on PlayStation and I'm going to Xbox. I feel like if anybody's switching, it's going to be Xbox to PlayStation, which is, you know, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. So that's kind of my whole thing. I think overall, I'm going to call it slightly to PlayStation after everything. And just because of the way they ended and all the small little things like indie games, online, and all that. Oh, a little thing that PlayStation also has to pay for online now, so that's kind of sucks for them. But I think it will go slightly to PlayStation on the E3 presentation. Xbox, I do like what they have, and I'm still sticking with them, but I think overall, PlayStation beat them out just at the very end. Probably the last half hour of their presentation gets them over. So that's my ordeal on that, and since I still have a while, I wanted to talk about some games. And obviously I'm getting a Battlefield gameplay. I totally forgot to mention that. I have a Battlefield gameplay going, obviously, because well, one, it's a long gameplay and I wanted to talk for quite a while because there's so much to talk about, and two, because right now it's my most anticipated game that I can't wait to get this fall, Battlefield 4. And my top 5, I'm thinking about getting 5 games, I think, this fall, if they all come out this fall. And I'm thinking about a 6th, but I don't know yet. I'll have to see. So, top 5 games are obviously Battlefield 4, NBA 2K14. I'm excited for if they bring back Crew like they said. Oh my god, that game might cut in front of Battlefield, because I'll spend so much time on that. But we'll see there. Also, COD Ghost, just because it's COD. I don't know, I'm just really not that excited for it. I mean, it's just another COD, really. But I have to get it because it's COD. It's just the way it is. So, I can't really say I'm excited for that. Let's see, what is that, 3? So, Dead Rising 3, I thought looked awesome. And I got Dead Rising 2 a while ago. I shouldn't say it. Well, it was quite a bit ago. But I haven't played it that much. But at the time I have, it's a decent game. I love zombie games, so it looked really fun in it. So I'm really excited for that. Judgment wants me to get Dying Light, but I don't know. I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see how it looks overall. I might give it a while before I actually get it. That's 4. What am I missing? What am I missing here? Oh, GTA. How could I forget that? GTA, that also might be up near the top. I can't wait for GTA 5. Man, I'm gonna spend a lot. I'm gonna spend a lot of time on these games. I mean, out of all 4 of those or 5 of those games, it's surprising, but the least one I'm probably gonna spend time on is Call of Duty. Like, the rest of them, I'm just gonna be playing the shit out of. Really. Dead Rising 3, I might play a little bit less just because I don't know how many of my friends are going to play that. So, but those are the big 5 for me, and the 6th one is still a question mark. I mean, Titanfall, people are saying could overthrow Call of Duty, and I don't believe that, to be honest with you. If anything, I think Battlefield might, but Titanfall, no, I doubt it. It still looks alright, and Judgment, he was saying he's very excited for that and can't wait for that. So I might get it just because some of my other friends will, but we'll have to see on that as well. So that's a question mark. I was trying to think of some of the other games. I saw EA's press conference, and I thought that was pretty good. I was a little disappointed that this year's NHL won't be featured on that, so I don't know if I'm going to get NHL 14 just because the fact that it's Xbox 360 and I want to start spending money on the Xbox One. So that's a big maybe. But EA, I thought, did okay. NBA Live looks like a joke, but I've been bashing on that the whole time, and I still will because it's stupid. NBA 2K for life. But what was I saying? A couple other question mark games. Battlefront looked, well, everybody's excited for that. I think I only played like a demo on the PlayStation 1 for Battlefront. Oh no, PlayStation. Maybe PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. It was fun. I played it quite a bit, the demo for that, but I don't know. A lot of people I feel like are gonna get into that, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And I'm sure there are a couple other games like Rainbow Six and stuff like that, but I don't think those come out till spring. I think there'll be a couple of good games in spring as well. So many games to think, so many games to talk about. I'm so excited for it though. Can't wait for this fall because of college and now a new wonderful gaming experience. But that wraps it up for day 1. I don't know. I might do day 2 and 3 depending on how important or crazy they get. But I thought day 1 was pretty crazy and pretty important, so I thought I'd give you a little recap and my thoughts on it. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Later.